We all know that Rey Mysterio is your father. Next week, I will introduce you to your daddy.
He's not my dad!
Oba Femi breaks the silence and sends a chilling warning to Dominik Mysterio, calling him a rookie and mocking his fear of Brock Lesnar. Oba declares that he is a 20-year veteran and the true king of the luchadors, warning that once he becomes king of the ring, he will rule over everyone.
King of the ring! Count your days, Oba Femi!
Despite interference from JD McDonagh and Dominik's attempts to strike back, Oba stands unfazed and dominant. He shuts them down with pure power and confidence, showing he cannot be broken or distracted.
You have a defibrillator!
Before leaving, Oba delivers a chilling final message to Dominik. Next week he will not just face him in the ring, he will introduce him to his real daddy. Dom, you messed up tonight. We all know that Rey Mysterio is your father. Next week I'll introduce you to your daddy. Those words, calm cold, delivered with the kind of certainty that doesn't need to be shouted. Oba Femi didn't scream. He didn't have to. He looked directly into the camera, straight through Dominik Mysterio, and issued the most chilling promise in WWE right now, and if you were watching Raw last week you felt it. Because Oba Femi doesn't make threats, he makes statements. And Dirty Dom just got put on notice in the most brutal way possible. Oba Femi and Dominik Mysterio on Raw, the confrontation, the chaos, the interference, and that final message that sent shockwaves through the locker room. Because this isn't just a King of the Ring semi-final, this is a collision between two completely different kinds of danger, and only one of them walks out on the other side. Let's get into it. It started the way most Dominik Mysterio segments start, with Dom running his mouth when he probably shouldn't have been running anything at all. Standing in the ring, microphone in hand, Dirty Dom decided the best move against a man who has been steamrolling everyone in his path was to talk, to mock, to question how long Oba Femi has even been in the business. And Femi, he let him talk. Because that's the kind of man Oba Femi is right now. He doesn't chase your words, he waits for you to finish and then reminds you exactly where you stand. When Femi finally responded, it wasn't with anger, it wasn't with desperation. It was measured, dominant, and devastating. He pointed at Dominik and said the quiet part out loud. How long have you been here, rookie? That's a loaded question. Because in the context of WWE in 2026, Dominik Mysterio is not exactly a newcomer. He's a former Next North American champion, a multi-time tag team gold holder, and now the AAA Mega Champion. He's been in some of the biggest angles this company has produced over the last few years. He survived the chaos of Judgment Day. He's cunning, he's slippery, and he's dangerous in ways that don't show up on a highlight reel. But none of that matters when Oba Femi looks at you like you're a speed bump. Dom fired back, puffing up his chest, reminding everyone in the arena that he is a 20-year veteran of the game, that he is, in his own words, the king of the luchadors, that once he becomes king of the ring, he will rule over all of them. The crowd booed, Femi stared, and somewhere backstage Brock Lesnar was probably watching on a monitor and minding his business, at least for now. Here's where things escalated. Because Dominik Mysterio, smart as he is manipulative, knows he can't go toe-to-toe with Oba Femi in a straight fight. So he did what Judgment Day does best, he brought backup. JD McDonagh came out of nowhere with a steel chair aimed directly at the back of Oba Femi's skull. The chair connected. Femi didn't flinch. Let that sink in for a second. A steel chair, to the back, and the man didn't move, didn't stumble, didn't even blink. The crowd erupted not because they love Oba Femi, but because what they just watched defied logic. A steel chair shot from JD McDonagh should fold most men on this roster in half. Against Femi, it was the equivalent of tapping him on the shoulder, and when Femi turned around, McDonagh had exactly 1 second to process the mistake he had just made before a right hand sent him flying across the ring. That followed it up with a top rope aerial shot that sent Femi crashing across the ring. For just a moment, it looked like Dirty Dom might have actually done something. Then Femi got back up. JD McDonagh pulled Dominik out of the ring before the ruler could respond in full, and the two escaped up the ramp with their lives. But make no mistake, that wasn't a victory lap, that was a fire drill. The Judgment Day ran because they had to. Because when Oba Femi locks onto a target, there is no escape, there is only a delay, and delays have consequences. So where does this leave us heading into the King of the Ring semi-finals? Oba Femi got here by tearing through one of the most stacked first-round matches WWE has put together in years, Intercontinental Champion Penta, Solo Sikoa, Carmelo Hayes, Dominik, on the other side of the bracket, got through World Tag Team Champion Braun Breaker, United States Champion Trick Williams and WWE Tag Team Champion Damian Priest. That's a loaded group too, and Dom's advancement tells you everything you need to know about how crafty he is. Because he didn't beat those men with power, he beat them with positioning, timing, and the Judgment Day machine working in his favor at every possible turn. Which brings us to the uncomfortable truth Oba Femi is about to face. Dirty Dom does not fight fair. He never has. Judgment Day doesn't fight fair. They don't believe in it. Every match involving Dominik Mysterio carries the possibility of outside interference, distraction, a low blow the referee conveniently missed, or some combination of all three. That's not a criticism, that's the design. It's how they operate. And yet none of that has worked against Oba Femi yet. The Brock Lesnar factor is also hovering over this entire conversation. Femi was talking plenty of trash about the Beast last week, and in WWE, that kind of talk comes with a return policy. Lesnar does not forget. He does not forgive. And if there was ever a moment for him to make his presence felt again, it's in a high-profile semi-final match where humiliating Oba Femi would send the loudest possible message. If Lesnar shows up in Baltimore, all bets are off. That's the one variable that could tilt this entirely. But if this match happens clean, there is only one outcome. After the chaos settled, after JD McDonagh dragged Dom to safety, after the crowd caught their breath, Oba Femi grabbed a microphone and delivered the line that closed the show. He wasn't angry. He wasn't rattled. He looked almost amused. Dom, you messed up tonight. We all know that Rey Mysterio is your father. Next week I'll introduce you to your daddy. The crowd lost their minds. And rightfully so. Because that line isn't just trash talk, it's a callback to one of the most emotionally charged storylines Dominik Mysterio has been connected to throughout his career. The complicated relationship with his father, the identity politics, the betrayal, the character evolution. Femi reached into all of that and twisted the knife. He's not just saying he's going to beat Dominik. He's saying he's going to break him. He's going to stand over him and become something that Dirty Dom has to answer to. And Dominik Mysterio, for all his bravado, for all his stash-stroking confidence, looked like a man who heard that message and understood exactly what it meant. Smash that like button and subscribe to Boxing Planet for all the latest WWE coverage, fight breakdowns, and everything in between. Drop your predictions in the comments. Does Dom pull off the miracle, or does Oba Femi introduce him to his new daddy in Baltimore? We'll see you in the next one.